When we think about emails, we typically group them into one of two categories, an email campaign or a newsletter. Email campaigns are typically one-off messages, usually with the goal of promoting something. Whether you're launching a product or announcing a new feature, promoting an event, or if it's like a holiday announcement, those would fall into email campaigns. And those could be done as a single email or as an entire sequence. Newsletters, on the other hand, are recurring pieces of content and articles which you can send to your audience every day, week, or month, and they're usually more educational and entertaining in nature and not directly designed to sell something. In this video, we're specifically going to talk about email campaigns and show you how to create a great email using HoppyCopy's tools. To do this, you can use HoppyCopy's AI chat just to create something from scratch, or you can use one of our templates, for example, a product launch email. If I click on this, it tells me exactly what I need to enter to create a really great launch email. So let's do this right now. I've put in all my details for a skydiving class I want to sell, and this is for new skydivers, and the product description is here, a 3-month training course. And then here I can select my tone, and for this one, I'm going to use one of my custom brand tones, Creative Ad Copywriter, because I want it to sound really unique and in your face. And then I'm going to select a format. And here we've got a bunch of different copywriting formats that you can play around with depending on the style of content you want. I'm going to use headlines. That'll give me something that's really in your face and punchy, especially will work really well with this kind of brand voice. And let's just click create. So here we go. This is great already. We've got some really nice punchy headlines here. This will pair well with some nice images. It's called out the price being an expensive element, which I added here as some resistance we want to overcome, and a couple nice calls to action. So yeah, if I'm happy with this, I can just insert this right into my document, and then I can start playing around with it if I want to tweak it some more. So maybe, for example, here, I want to have an image of skydiving. This is a cool one. And then I can add a bunch more images here as well. Maybe I want this CTA to be an actual button. So yeah, this is a great start. I could probably use this already, but I think there's more I can do to improve this. And I'll show you some of the tools we have that can do that. Number one, I can start running these using different tones just to play around if I want to get completely different styles as well as formats. So that's a really good way just to come up with something that you like. And then I've got these copy boosters here. And with copy boosters, I can run certain pieces of content through it to get a handful of other variations that I can pick from if I'm not super happy about what I'm seeing here. And this copy booster tool is designed to write content in really engaging and punchy ways. So it's a really, like this, it's a really, really cool, fast way to kind of get copy that's more readable and in your face. Other ways to do that are also with the hooks tool. So the hooks tool, you can plug in all of your email or part of your email by just copying it here and then throw it in the tool, and you can pick a hook style, which can be used for the intro of your email, or even hooks are great sometimes leading into different sections of your email to keep the audience engaged. And we have all these different hook formulas. So it's like an analogy, or you could use a quote or a shocking statistic. Your comfort zone doesn't come with a parachute. So like all these really cool ways to hook readers in with these different proven copywriting formulas. And you can use these in combination with your different tones. So like endless ideas. Same with the subject line tool. Once you're ready with your email, you can use the subject line tool. You can plug in your content and then have it come up with some really cool subject lines. We've got over a dozen formulas here: urgent and scarce, intrigue, personal, data-driven. So yeah, definitely it's worth playing with these. I use this stuff on every email. And there's a bunch of other copywriting tools you can play with too, but these three alone are the ones that we pretty much use with every email we create. Once you've got that, there's also a few other tools you can consider using, like whether it's writing content in your brand voice, you can quickly do that here. For example, if I select this one, it's going to give me a few other options here that I can consider. You can also just rewrite it quickly just for some quick new ideas. You can continue writing. You can add emojis. And there's a bunch more other tools, like just quick access tools, whether adding a hook or agitating a problem or pain point that the audience might have. Just good, quick copywriting tools that are all using best practices that can help you make it more engaging and conversion driven. Once I'm happy with this email, I'm going to want to highlight the whole thing and then click the spam check button. And here it's going to give me a spam score, which is going to tell me how likely it is to land in the junk mail folder. And this 3 out of 6, it could be considered spam. Generally, you want to be no more than 3. 3 you can still send. I still send 3s sometimes, but yeah, 1 or 2 is kind of really what you're aiming for. There are some ways we can improve this email, and it's highlighted a bunch of the words that could be triggering the spam filter. So what you want to do is spend a few minutes playing around with this and rewording certain things, removing certain words and sentences, and you can try getting it down to a 2 or a 1, and that should be pretty safe to send. Lastly, if there's any final finishing writing touches or changes you want to make, another tool is AI Chat. You can highlight a section and then ask it something about your email. You can ask it for ideas to make it better, or you can ask it to rewrite certain sections, and it works great. Once you've got this content and you're happy with it, you can take it and paste it into whatever design software you have, or you can actually design it and send it or export it directly with HobbyCopy. You can do that by clicking on themes here and create your own design theme, or you can go to the publisher and just pick one of your design themes you might have already created. And yeah, this is a great start. It's got some style to it, which I can now export it or publish it right here in HobbyCopy. And here's also where you'd select your domain to send it from, enter your subject line and your preview text.